is Treetops Lodge, a world-class luxurious resort set in 2,500 acres of pristine forest. Winner of the Best Eco Lodge awarded by Luxury Travel magazine, Treetops has been carefully styled to blend in with the natural setting. Villas are elegantly furnished and provide stunning views of the native forest and lakes. You can work out at the indoor gym or visit the spa, where traditional Māori wellness therapies are provided. Treetops is the lifetime vision of owner John Sachs, who is as comfortable with a fly fishing rod in his hand as he is with a pair of reins. The estate provides plenty of opportunities for quiet hacking through the forest. It's a pristine environment that's meant to be enjoyed.
We have 4 ponds on the property which have wonderful numbers of trout, spectacular, very, very peaceful. The whole valley, of course, is totally isolated and there's no sign of human habitation, so it's a serene place. It's a playground. I'm a big kid, and we love people sharing our playground. I love the wilderness, so we have spectacular virgin native forests here, some of the best in the country. It's a very serene, secluded little valley here with about 70 kilometres of walking tracks, jogging tracks, horse riding tracks, mountain bike riding trails. I love just being in nature. I love trout fishing as well. I love seeing the wild animals and the wildlife. So I guess there's lots of things I enjoy, but I guess the native forest is probably my favourite.
Extensive tree planting has resulted in huge splashes of autumn colour.
We have 2,500 acres of wilderness in this area, and virtually every native species available in New Zealand you'll find. And it's quite neat because from the valley floor, there's species that don't exist back on the ridgetops. So the ridgetops are about another 600-foot climb above the lodge. And the lodge is nestled back in the trees.
From the ornate carved front door and handmade trout handles to the spectacular lounge area, John has invested a lot of care and thoughtfulness into creating the whole Treetops experience. It's loved by hunters, fly fishing enthusiasts and many others from all around the world.
We built it out of all from trees that had died a long time ago, harvested off the state. So the stone which you see around the fireplaces and the stone and the entryways and the stepping stones across the lakes out the front all came from the property. So we wanted to build an eco-lodge, so we paid a lot of attention to use what was already here, what was naturally here, and to integrate as many elements as possible. The big beams you see above you, they were from trees that fell about 100 years ago, about 880-year-old, it's called remu trees, and so it's a fantastic part of the uniqueness. We also wanted to hide the lodge. So a lot of architects would like to have something that sits on the top of a hill for everyone to see. We wanted people to, our guests, to discover the lodge, and that's why it's nestled in a wilderness forest. The philosophy and the feel that we want here, that this is a home away from home, which means warm, relaxed, Kiwi-style hospitality, where if you don't feel at home by day 2, we think we've completely failed, but hopefully within the first hour. So normally, it's very, very informal, and but sometimes people like to have black tie functions, but that's really the exception here.
Many of the trout caught by visitors end up in the kitchen. Treetops has an enviable reputation for their cuisine. Their executive chef provides an imaginative European contemporary menu with heritage vegetables like kumara and spinach. Venison and wild boar are sourced directly from the estate, and fruit and vegetables are 100% pesticide-free. There are so many things to do at Treetops. Their estate-to-plate safari is an off-road adventure starting off in the organic kitchen gardens.
Tonight, the venison dish would actually suit. So they break out quite anisey, punchy sort of flavour. And then the root has got a similar flavour, but you can braise it out or cook it with stock or anything.
Then it's back in the four-wheel drive to see wild pigs, deer and other animals kept at Treetops.
You see, that one is even too lazy to get up.
Don't put your finger through.
So these are our example of our diamond stacks. They are about 8 to 10 years old. These antlers that will drop off later in the year, and then when the roar comes in just prior to the roar, they grow new antlers. They might not be the same size, it's just depending on the season. If they have plenty of feed, they might grow slightly bigger. If this feed is a bit scarce this season, they will be smaller. And in 90 days, they basically grow antlers like that.
That's amazing. I'm surprised that they've just stayed there too and they haven't taken off when we're here.
Native herbs grow all around the lodge, providing nature's outdoor pantry.
And they are very slow growing, but it's the bush pepper. Just be careful because it's pretty powerful.
That's really spicy.
It certainly has a bite to it, hasn't it?
The Estate to Plate Safari finishes with a wild food cooking demonstration.
Don't actually use those. So as you can see in salads, but we'd normally shave it on a mandolin, so it's very, very fine.
And if you love golf, Treetops can whisk you away to nearby Kinloch Club. The views from the helicopter are worth the trip alone. The Kinloch course was designed by golfing legend Jack Nicklaus in 2007. Pumice soils provide superb drainage, and the course offers wonderful views of Lake Taupo. John has big plans for Kinloch, which include a major new lodge overlooking the course.
The inspiration of the lodge itself is Kinloch. It's named after the Scottish Highland areas, of course, and so that's been the inspiration. So this is a modern castle, so quite unique to New Zealand. This year there will be 20 villas, and which will dovetail in very nicely with Treetops, which is 45 minutes drive away. So here we have North Island Alpine and the spectacular Lake Taupo behind us, and Treetops, of course, is a wilderness park, wonderful forests and so on. So we hopefully will have guests that will be inspired by both places.